I'm sure a lot of you weren't expecting to hear from me on a Sunday, but recently I discovered it's been almost 8 months now since I last did an update on reviving the Susquehanna division, so I figured a surprise upload was justified. But everyday life kind of got in the way with this project, and I also had some other things I was doing. Plus, I had some stuff going on in the workshop here where I had to actually store the layout away. So I've not made as much progress as I would have liked to in the last almost 8 months. But some stuff has been done. I have made a little bit of progress. And in this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you what all changes have been made and what I've improved upon. So what we're looking at is the Highspire section of the layout. The Middletown and Royalton section is currently stored away on the other side of the workshop. But with this section, most of what I've done with it is gotten the framework sorted out. I have messed around a little bit with track, but not a whole lot. But I'll go ahead and get under here and show you what I've done in regards to the framework. At the front here, I installed this horizontal, and before this was actually a 2x4, which, that's way heavier than it needed to be. So I got some lumber that was pretty much the same as the rest of the framework and put that in here instead. And then on this end of the layout, I went ahead and finished work here. I've got these boards installed and secured in place, so there's not going to be any more flexing with this. But something I still need to do is come up with a way to join this section of the layout to the other section. And I have to, whatever I come up with, it has to be something that'll assist in keeping everything together, making sure it goes together straight. And of course, you've also got track up here, which is going to have to join properly as well. So maybe if anyone's got any ideas on how I can go about getting an efficient system to do this, let me know down in the comments. Something I forgot to mention is that in regards to this end of the layout, I actually went in and I cut about 1.5 feet off of here. So now this whole section measures 6 foot in length. And I also had to go underneath here. I don't know how well you're going to see this, but I did do framework as well. And actually just looking at this here, yeah, there should be something just in this area here. So that's something I am going to have to take care of. But with that end cut, I also went in on the back here. This little area that has elevation, this would originally went into, I believe, the steel mill. Basically, I left that in place, and I had to assist in raising it up to where it needed to be. Basically, just put foam underneath here like the rest of the layout and secured it down. But I don't think that turned out too bad. Another area that needed some attention was right here, and I believe there's supposed to be a coal dock in this spot. But basically, all this was just sagging down because there was nothing to support it. So I went ahead and cut some foam to size, secured it in place, hot glued this, and now I think everything looks pretty good. I've done some work with the track, but at the same time, it's not been a big priority of mine. You can see this line at the front here. I've actually completely removed that, and that's because I didn't really like the roadbed that was under it. I can actually bring that in here, and yeah, for those that are familiar with this stuff, you might understand where I'm coming from. For those that don't know about this, it's basically what is referred to as instant roadbed. You actually put this down on your layout, then you'll put your track on top of that, and it sticks to it. Then you can go back afterwards and put your ballast on top of that. But it's quite interesting the discussions this stuff generates in the model railroading community, because there's some people that really like it. They think it's the greatest thing ever. And then there's a lot of people that absolutely despise this stuff. And needless to say, I'm not a fan either. But my plan is to basically replace all this instant roadbed with just normal cork. I want to do that on this line here, also this inner track. And I think there's a couple other places it needs it as well, right in here. And then, of course, whatever's over on the Middletown and Royalton section of the layout. But as for like these yard areas, these will just be put right down on the baseboard. They don't actually need any cork underneath them. I'm also not sure what I'm doing with these areas where there's plaster cloth. Now, I'm not against plaster cloth. I've used it quite a bit. But I noticed there's some places here where it's actually separated and, it's just hanging. Then you got places where there's major gaps. I don't know if the new roadbed will fill those in or not. But I don't know if I do end up taking all this out. I'd like to put back in what's here. But, maybe the solution is just to come in with some new plaster cloth to fix all this. There's other areas that need some attention, like these spots here. There used to be switch machines and such, so these holes got to be filled in. Probably going to either use foam or Homosote to do that, but big thing is I need to get all these gaps filled in before I go in to start putting down ballast or turf. And really, I think I'm at the point where I can begin undertaking the task of track work on both this section and the other one. And probably one of the first things I'll do is see about ordering the cork, because I believe I need about 40 feet of that, give or take. And once that gets here, it's going to be a matter of taking up so much track, taking up the roadbed, and relaying things. And I want to be clear that I'm not changing the layout design. I still want to keep everything the same as it pertains to track. I just want to replace the old roadbed, relay any track that isn't sitting correctly, replace any track that is damaged, and also lay track where it still needs to be laid. The only place I'm considering adding any more track is possibly over on this line here, just to give crews working the yard a little more headroom so they're not fouling the main. So that's going to be it for this update. Again, not as much progress has been made as I would have liked to have seen, but it's still progress, and we're still moving forward in this project, albeit very slowly. But it'll be nice to finally be able to move into track work. I can go ahead and get that laid and also work on wiring at the same time. And something else I did want to mention in this update is a few months back now, I did receive an email from Bob's son. I guess he found more scenery for this layout, so I'm supposed to be meeting up with him sometime this year to get that stuff. And then also he's going to be giving me some of Bob's trains as well. And truth be told, I'm really looking forward to getting this layout functional and seeing Bob's models running on it again. But the main priority is to try and have all this done by the time the train club moves into their show season, which I believe our first show is going to be in September. So if I can at least have the layout to the point where it's operational and somewhat presentable, I might try to take it there. And it'll be nicer to actually have the layout there as opposed to just little pieces and such that were once part of the layout. But anyways, I think that is going to be it for this update. I want to thank you all for watching. Questions or comments, drop them down below, and I'll hopefully have another update for you a lot sooner than 8 months from now. But until then, take care. Catch you in a bit.